Okay, the first question we have already solved. Now today we are going to do the Pascal's triangle. This question is In this question we have given number of things and we are solving this also on Coding Ninja. Please sign in on Coding Ninja before you write any code because you may lost if you will not sign in on it or later sign in. So the question is easy and the question is print Pascal's triangle. In this question you have given an integer n and you need to return the first and rows of the Pascal's triangle. So what is Pascal's triangle? First question is this. So in Pascal's triangle the sum of the last two digit appears on the next row. So for example, if you have 1 in the first row, then you will get 1 and 1 on the 1 and 1 should be it is compulsory to that we should get a 1 in the starting row and also 1 at the ending row. Okay, you can also solve this on LeetCode like this. Here are more understanding because you'll understand more able to understand more about Pascal's triangle. So what we have given is first we have given the number of rows, so which is equals to how many rows you have to print. So for the first row we are getting 1 and for the next row we are getting 1 1, which is because in Pascal's triangle the first and last will which is compulsory that it should be 1, and for the third row we are getting first and 1 for the first and last column, and for the middle one we are getting 2, which is this which is nothing but the addition of two numbers who are just upper side in the row. And for the next column we are getting 1 and 1 in the first and last column, and in the middle we are getting the summation. This is clearly understood by this diagram. So the code is already written here. In this code we have to submit a vector of vector as answer, which is understood because we have to write the columns and rows both. So we are iterating this from 1 to number of rows. So we are starting our for loop from I equals to 1 and will go till I is equals to number of rows. So for the first we are doing nothing but just we are initializing the answer of ith of -1 to resize of I, which means what we are doing in this line is we are changing the size of the row, because in every row there is different size which is coming. For example, in first row we have one size, in second row we have two size. I'm talking about the size of column, and in third row we are getting 3 columns, in the fourth row we are getting 4 columns. So the column is increasing continuously with the increase of row in each row. So we are doing this. Firstly we are resizing the value of the answer. Okay, then what we are doing is, as I said, that in Pascal's triangle the first and last value must be 1, so we are initializing the first and last value of each column to be 1, and then we are again iterating to a loop in which we are assigning the value of last rows, which means, for example, if you are on the third row, then for when j equals to 1, which means for the index j equals to 1, we are adding the value of last two digit of the last row. So we are doing the same here, and then we are submitting the answer. So let's run and check the code. So let's see, the code is accepted. which means everything is correct here. Then we are submitting this code and let's check whether it's correct or not. The code is totally correct. As you can see, it is accepted, and we can write the same code for coding ninjas as well. So let's do together. So here I am writing the code. First we'll create a vector of integer. We are naming it as answer. Then we are iterating a for loop from int I equals to 1 to I is always less than n, then I plus plus. Then in these two, what we are firstly doing, we are firstly resizing. Okay, so we are firstly resizing the ith index. So resize it to what? To I. So whatever the index is, we are resizing it to its size. And what's next we are doing is the one problem is that we are doing this for I minus 1 we are doing here, because the array's index starts from 0. Then after that we are assigning the value of ans of I minus 1 of 0th equals to 1, and ans of I minus 1, the column would be I, because it's going till I, so it would be I minus 1 again. So in the I minus 1 we are assigning it to 1 again. Then again we are iterating it. For loop int j equals to we are assigning 1. Then j is always lesser than I, then j plus plus. Okay, so everything is good till now. Then we are assigning the value of ans of I minus 1 of what should be come in column. So in column we are assigning j, and this is equals to ans of I minus 2 we are doing here. Okay, because we have to jump in the last row, previous row. So j minus 1 plus ans of I minus 2 j, okay, what happened, ans of I minus 2 to j minus 1, not 1, minus 2, or we can say j plus 1, I think. No, it's j only. Okay, so we have done this. Everything is looking good. We also have to do this I minus 1. Now run this and check whether, okay, we haven't returned anything. So what we have to do, we have to return here the answer. Okay, so now running this code, it's showing me runtime error. Why? Maybe we have done some mistake. Let's copy this and paste it here and check what's the problem in the code. Okay, so we haven't given anything as the value, so we have assigned this. Okay, now everything looks correct. Okay, so now everything is looking very good. So I am now removing this code and now again try to run this. Let's see, the code is running correctly. Now we are submitting this. So the code is submitted correctly and we got our correct code. Okay.